I hate the Nebular Hypothesis and the ways that it describes how the solar system came to be how it is today. I wonder what's on TV.
Welcome back to this week's episode of Demolition the Wrecking Crew. Today we're smashing pumpkins, but not just any pumpkins. Pumpkins that form just like a nebula. As the different pieces rub together, they attract via electrostatic charges. Once the pieces are big enough, they come together and gravity attracts them, forming nebula, or in this case, a pumpkin.
What is this?
You're my center of mass.
Oh.
They have a nice gravitational pull. Do you want to collect another wife? Let's go get another one. Oh, this mass is so attractive.
So Nate, why do you have so many wives?
Well, to be honest, it wasn't really my choice. With the first couple, I didn't have that strong of a connection. As I kept getting more, our gravitational pull just kept getting bigger and bigger, and I couldn't stop.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So Nate, do you feel that your wives have worked together?
Well, since all my wives have other wives around them, the gravitational pull is pulled toward the center of gravity. What the heck?
Here comes the next nebula, and is something called conservation of angular momentum. Gravity pulls the mass closer, and the faster it begins to spin. We're witnessing the moment of inertia shrinking, and therefore acceleration is made a lot simpler. The low structural integrity of the nebula causes it to distort into a protoplanetary disk.
That's actually pretty interesting. This just in. A nebula's pressure has increased so much that it has officially ignited and become a protostar. According to the ideal gas law, as a gas's pressure increases, its temperature must also increase. The nebula became so condensed due to conservation of angular momentum that the helium and hydrogen atoms' collision rates increased heavily, and they were able to begin nuclear fusion. And now over to Amber to explain this in more detail.
Nuclear fusion is able to occur when the nebula is big enough that the collision speeds are greater than the electromagnetic repulsion of the atoms. Nuclear fusion is able to occur because the hydrogen and helium atoms are going at such fast speeds that their atomic nuclei are actually able to merge. At this point, the nebula wants to reach hydrostatic equilibrium, where the gas pushing out equals the gravitational push. Once the hydrogen and helium atoms are able to fuse and release energy, a star is born.
Is that actually how stars are born?
Last week on The Bachelor.
After ignition, Nate the protostar was formed. The material that makes up the protoplanetary disk was not yet concentrated. Forces caused that same residual material to coalesce into planetary bodies that will try to win Nate's heart. Now let's meet the women. So, who are you thinking has your heart?
Well, I'm more attracted to the heavier elements like Mercury, Mars, Venus, and Earth. And I just don't know about the gas planets. They're just too light. They might get taken by my solar winds. What are you even doing here? You're not even a planet. Get up. I'm sorry. I'll keep you guys close, but you're just not wife material. You're too hot and you can't contain life. I'm sorry, but I have no choice but to send you home. You are going to coalesce easier outside my frost line anyway because you're made of mostly liquids. No. Earth, it was a tough choice, but I choose you to be my planet. I guess when the nebular hypothesis is put like that, it's pretty interesting.
Remix to ignition.